We're live. It is the Martin Fowler Scrum. It is Tuesday. Sam and Michael and Brent are here, and I'll go first this time. So yesterday evening, after the last Scrum, yeah, I had well actually spent a little time at the end of the Scrum yesterday with Will on the Y project, with him explaining how some different pieces of it work. He's making good progress. He's got like a little demo interface set up now, and I was showing him how to do some Git branching and get his tests up on a different branch. So I think that was productive in both directions. I then spent an hour with the new UC Berkeley TAs and went through the grader stuff where they're having trouble running the tests green on their own machines. They are running green on my machine and now also on the staging instance after we've done something strange with bundle updates. I think there's just some kind of lack of separation of gems, or gosh, what a pain it all is. But we went through like how the grader operates, and I think they and I increased our understanding of the grader. So we'll see what happens. They're very keen to lock it down so they can make it more reliable, and that's amen to that. This morning I have been dithering between whether I should be investigating performance issues on website 1 or creating a new highly performant static front page for it. I've split the difference and looked at both, and not made too much progress on either. And I'll kind of rotate on that. Yeah, started on a new middleman site, got a load of links related to performance on Heroku for Ruby. Lots of things to look into. I've just finished the Agile Ventures monthly report, and I guess I've got to make some changes to the autograders, and I think the big thing for me is to get this allowing sponsored users to add credit cards to the website 1 system. I really need to get that. I think those are the two. Yeah, there's an autograder switch off thing, and that are the two big things I need to get done ASAP. What is it? Tuesday, we've got the RSpec mob coming up. There's the NHS wiki meeting later on today. That's about the size of it. Sigu has also joined us. Yay, Sigu. I think Brent was in first. Let's go to Brent now. Brent, how are things going with you?
Yeah, personally, I'm good. I've not made a huge amount of progress on what I thought was going to be a simple change with the mixed content error on local support. I've got it down to, so when I first made the change, I had about 200 plus failed tests. I've managed to get that back down to 9 failed tests now, but I can't seem to, I just don't understand the tests. The cucumber test, there are RSpec tests are all passing. I just don't understand enough about what the previous tests are doing to understand why it's not working. So I guess it's becoming a blocker for me now. I've sort of exhausted my knowledge of where to look.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look at that together at the end of the session. Yes. Anything else on your plate?
No, everything else I'm looking at, I'm okay with. So I've got some more reviewing I want to do of the local support tickets to continue what I started over the weekend. And I've want to finish the async of voter help function. There's not much to do there. I just need to give some thought around the wording. That sort of thing doesn't come easy to me though. So
well, maybe we can help you with that. Yes. Sure.
But
yes,
no.
I think maybe what will be helpful there is, I know what would help me is maybe deploying your branch to the staging grader and seeing the help message come up in the chat, like the default one now, the whatever, like insert message here, and then thinking about it in the context of Slack. So well, let's see, maybe we can even also look at that at the end of today. Great stuff. Thanks, Brent. Let's go on to Michael. Hey, Michael, how are you doing?
Hey. So I haven't really done anything yesterday. So I noticed you said that you would like to get SSH access to that VM that I set up. I'm not exactly sure how to do that. I guess I would have to create a user, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the thing that I started doing for you the other day. So I have an idea about how it might work. And we obviously got it to work for you on that previous box. But so I need to somehow adjust the process so that it doesn't lock you out of it in the process of giving me access, which was the problem that we encountered.
So I mean, if we just add a user, right? Like we can create a user. That's
Yeah.
fairly easy. Then I need to figure out how to associate your key.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I
user.
guess this is like as we start talking it, we actually start doing it. So maybe if you hang around and we can do it together at the end of the scrum, if you're free.
Okay, let me
Yeah.
switch to my MacBook actually.
Cool. All right. Yeah. If you want to do
Can't
that,
do that.
switching.
I'm not going to be able to do that on this Windows. Okay.
All right. Good stuff. So Michael, come back in a bit. Sigu is here as well. Hey, Sigu, how are things going with you?
Hey, morning. All right. Trying to have some different culture. Reading something in the morning first, and then I start working.
Mhm.
Yeah, on the issues. So I tried that in the morning. Seems to be an interesting thing. Let me see how it will go during the week. So I was reading the book Mastery by Robert Greene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. For around an hour. Then after that, I had a look at website one.
Mhm.
So I want to pick up that story,
Right.
so that I can be able to find my way around there, at
Sure.
least in that.
Mhm.
The other thing I did was set up. Yeah, that's a book. I was setting up this other project that has Ember.js
Mhm.
on my machine and giving feedback to Robert, the owner.
That's run to funk, right?
Yeah, I didn't even know how to.
Yeah.
How to pronounce that.
Really, yeah.
Mostly
The
second
next
part.
bit, it's right. Run funk missed bestie. I don't know. The next bit is like.
Yeah, so I was setting that up, giving him feedback on probably what can be improved. I decided to go it alone so that I could face the challenges and tell him what's wrong. So he's a nice guy, trying to.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's quite a nice guy. So I raised the issues. He immediately opens up issues for that can be solved, and he engages the channel on what can be done.
Yep.
Yeah. In the afternoon, RSpec at 3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have a session with you at 5 o'clock.
Yes, in my brain, right? Yes, we've set it for. Go on, brain. I mean, I have various potentially free. So you're doing the RSpec mob. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it would be. I think 3 p.m. like 3 hours from now.
Yeah, that's 2 hours after you, so that's 5 o'clock my time.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
We will, and so potentially we will work on that. Do you want to work on that website one ticket together?
I think I can do that. Then me and you can pick on another story.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Yeah, this doesn't seem that complicated.
No, that should be straightforward, famous last words. But yes,
yeah.
Yes. Oh, cool, great. That's wonderful. All right,
Yeah.
So I think that's our scrum. Let's and unless there's anything else that anybody's forgotten that they wanted to bring up.
I just want to mention I listened to the first episode of the Agile Ventures Agile Book Club podcast yesterday.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it was great. So I'd like to thank you and Michael for that. It's I'm looking forward to the next one.
Oh right, and Ashley, yes, I think there was the three of us on the first.
It was Ashley, yes, but
Yeah.
obviously with you and Michael being on the call, I thought I'd say job well done.
Oh, thank you. Well, that's great to hear, and of course Federico for getting that out. Yeah, the second one out. He's well. We're going to talk about Federico about the timescale for getting. He's such a. I mean, I think it also sounds good. I think it's like apparently he's cut out all of the umming and ahhing that I do, which
Right.
It was actually originally 3 hours long, and he's cut it down to like 4. So poor old Federico's up to his waist in my umming and ahhing most of his life, really. But anyway, yes, great. Well, that's great. That's great to hear. Yes, we've got 10 more episodes in the hopper. Go on, Sigurd.
Yeah, I just want to add something on that. I also listened to it this morning. I started listening to it some time back, but I could not finish due to some other things. So I listened to the whole of the podcast this morning. It was nice. I loved the way you guys were actually tying it to what's happening, like on the local support, how you can improve on the user stories, how Michael and you are really making it real life.
Wonderful, great feedback. Yeah. Thank you so much. That which also reminded the other thing we did yesterday was, of course, we had that lovely premium face-to-face session with the whole Phoenix One team and got all the stories done. There's lots of voting going on in the Phoenix One channel if people want to join in with that. Okay, so let's just jump to Brent then. So Brent, the sticky stuck place that you are on, I've just pulled out the branch. I've just run, I guess I've got, what did I just run here? I just ran, so I think I'm on your branch. Let's just do git log here or git hist head. Let's just check that we're on the same commit here. So I'm currently on this commit here, 37D 3A31E. We are Scrum is over now if people have to run off, but of course everybody welcome to stay as usual. Is that the commit that you're working against there, Brent?
I'm just double checking. What was your, sorry, it was
37D 3A. Usually those are the first three letters.
oh, 37. No, I'm on 55D 2233F.
So is the latest code that you have that's failing for you locally in your branch?
Yes, sorry, I've not created a pull request. Apologies.
Is this actually for, I mean, I'm looking at this pull request, but maybe this is a completely different thing.
No, that's totally different.
Okay, my mistake. Yeah, well, obviously, yeah. Do you want to? Well, I'll tell you what, do you want to go ahead and open that pull request, and perhaps I can help Michael while you're doing that?
Yeah, can do. Yeah.
Great. So, right, you've logged into the box there, have you, Michael? Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, that was. I think you're actually there. I can see you've got in the background there, Michael. You've got the stack or Ask Ubuntu thing that I was on there. So what I did with yours, if you actually scroll back down to where you were before, what I added to the SSHD config was permit root login no and allow users Michael. So I would be tempted this time around
to not do
that. Well, I'd be tempted to have permit root login yes and allow users Sam and possibly also Michael.
Think so?
That would be my best guess. I mean, I sort of, I mean, we're in this funny situation where doing that.
We don't actually have like a SAM set up yet.
No. I don't think we have to have one yet. I mean, I think we also had the strange thing that like I didn't add the port number, which may be problematic. I mean, I think if we do want to change the port numbers around, we have to like tell the stuff at the Azure level to kind of like open that port number. Yes. I think that would be my guess this time now about the thing to do. And so then you have to you'll have to sudo that file in order to be able to edit it. Yeah, exactly.
How do I go to the end of a file and buy again?
I don't know.
I used to remember this stuff, but I don't.
At end of line, you do like $.
Yeah.
Last line of the file, it's capital G is last, move to the last line of the file. Apparently.
Allow users, Michael, Sam.
Yeah. I'd say that's a reasonable thing to do. And then so we needed to like you could do the add user and add both users, Michael and Sam.
I think I already exist, right? Who am I?
Well, you're going to be Ubuntu there, I think. Or maybe you already created Michael. Oh, okay, that's
like Michael is what I called Ubuntu.
Oh, I see. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Then then I think no need to create Michael.
Add user.
Add user and then just space Sam, I think, and then just do the usual. It will take you through a like step-by-step thing of and sudo. It's like make me a sandwich. No, sudo make me a sandwich. Okay then.
So enter a new password. Like, what do I do?
I didn't get that when. Oh, no, actually, I did. So, like, remember, well, you need to make up a password and then tell me what it is via Slack. So this is, remember, I did because I gave you I did do this for you. I made you a password and then told you it, and then I think you were able to log into that box, or you weren't able to log into that box once we? I did. We got you logging into the box, but then I couldn't log into the box. So and you we got you logging in the box, but you couldn't sudo, and I'd lost my root access.
And then we were like done.
And then we blew it away. Yeah. Okay. Did you actually like shut down that other instance?
Yes, I deleted it.
Well done. Because otherwise it would be costing us money.
Stop sharing my screen.
Yeah. Okay. So having done that, we then need you will need to. So this was the other step: is go into my user directory and create like a .ssh/ and then the my public key needs to go into I can't remember the file. This is so let's put
need to go into your directory, which would be up, right? There you are. CD and the SAM.
Yeah. And then, this is what I now forget. There's what's the file name that it needs to go into? Oh, there we go. It needs to go. So you can see on my screen, it will need to go into .ssh/ authorized keys.
So SAM .ssh authorized. Oh well.
So it won't exist yet. So you'll need to create it. I mean, so you want to do sudo vim the thing. Yeah. And so that's and so then what you'll need is my
public key.
Yeah. So if I do more .ssh tab id rsa .pub there. I'll give you that in Slack. And then so if you drop that into there, and have you already set up in your local SSH config a sort of something in your the hosts file? It's not the host file. I can't remember the name of it. Your local .ssh/ config file. Have you set up a thing with the name and the IP address and stuff? So if you could copy and paste that into Slack for me, then I can set up my host locally, and we'll see if I get login.
Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to.
Sure thing. Take your time.
Work. It's telling me that. Am I not doing this right? Do I need? I can't do tilde because that's my directory, right?
No. You need to do /home sam / and then .sh. Yeah. So maybe the .ssh doesn't. It's a new directory. Yeah, you paste that in there.
Yes, and then I do that, and it's oh, we can't open that file.
Well, maybe the directory doesn't exist.
Okay, so if I quit.
Yeah, quit out, and I would CD into. Oh yeah, that's good too.
Not create directory, so I need to do.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're going to own that directory or what.
Well, then you'll need to chown it to me.
Then how do I do that offhand? Chown.
So sudo chown, and then I think it's sam / sam, and then the directory. Is it sam / sam? I'll just check the syntax for that.
Yeah, it's usually the username and then the group split by a colon and then the directory.
It's colon, not slash. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the directory in question.
Yeah.
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 And then do this again, right?
Yeah.
So if I do this, and I do that.
And now hopefully I'll let you save it.
There we go. But then I probably have to own that to you.
Yeah. There you go.
So now theoretically you can log in, maybe.
Yeah. Do you want to go to your local config, and if you've got a entry in your local config on your local machine?
Oh.
No, not on the remote machine. On your local machine.
I have it locally.
Yeah. So locally, have you? This was the question I was asking before. Have you added the IP address and other stuff to your local.ssh config.
You need that IP address.
I do need that IP address. So like, it would be convenient for me if you go into your config file and
I'm trying to remember.
it's .ssh/config, and you don't necessarily want to share it because we don't necessarily want to share the config IP address on the.
All right, let me.
Yeah, but so if you find the file .ssh/config, presumably in there you've got a thing which has got like both your whatever shorthand name and the IP address and your name. If you take that 3-place element and share it with me, then I can copy that directly into my local.ssh config. And
yeah. But you're not going to copy exactly, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to copy exactly, but I'm going to then just change your name to my name. Yeah. In fact, I have a automated premium production one in there from the one that we threw away. You
probably just need to change the IP address.
Yeah, I'll just change the IP address. Yeah. Okay. So then this is.
And I wonder if I'm actually able
to. Yeah, now it's done permission denied public key.
Oh, really?
So, I guess. Oh no, probably I've got the wrong. Have I got the right username? I put the username Sam. Okay. I guess the only thing I can immediately think of, and maybe we'll do this separately, I should work with some stuff with Brent, is that maybe we need a new line in that authorized keys file.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's. You can do that and try that. So Brent, have we got a pull request for?
Yeah, 4.6. Hang on a second. 4.94.
Right. Let me get this.
Not sure what you mean, a new line.
I mean, like, so a new line, it means like when you press the return button, you get a new line character and it moves the cursor onto the new line.
Like at the end?
Yeah. So this is fixed mixed content warning.
Yeah.
So if I fetch your stuff, then I should be able to. So okay, right. So this is specific to the embedded thing?
No, it's actually, in fact, the tests for the embedded map are working. It's the home page map that stopped working, but manually testing, it works absolutely fine.
Right.
So I copied into the Hangout chat you only actually need to run a particular feature test because all the failures are in one.
Okay. Oh, great. That's extremely helpful. Thank you. I'm just on my side, just going to try and clear the cache by its VCR Billy caches reset.
Yeah, I tried that, but sadly it wasn't that.
No, I'm not thinking that that's going to fix the issue at all. I was just thinking that's going to like clear up my Git environment so I can see what's going on. So here we are. We're on this branch here. So let's do the Git hist head. So I'm on 55D22. That's the
one. Yeah.
Right, and you put the particular. So you were saying there's now you've got down from like 200 to 9 things failing.
Yes.
And they're all in this particular.
Yes.
Are they right? So we can have a look at this together now. Right, and so far you've only seen these sort of failures locally. I guess there's a separate question about. See, on CI, it seems to have passed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
Which is interesting. I wonder. I mean, my intuition from before was whether you might need to do npm install locally. Just like it may have like lost some of something.
Right. Okay. Right. I'll try. Well, let's just see if you get the same errors.
Yeah, let's see if
first.
we get the same errors. That might take. Go on, Michael.
At the end of that Stack Overflow post, the person mentions that you need to run this SSH reload service.
Oh, I did do that. Yeah,
So
maybe.
I did it. and that might fix the problem.
Yep, that seems like it might well. Have you run that thing, Michael?
I run the command.
Okay. I'm getting
Still same thing.
permission. I now get just permission denied public key.
Huh.
So interestingly, there for Brent, it's all green for me locally.
Yeah, good.
It's all green in CI. Do you want to just try running npm install in the directory that you're in there and see if that fixes it for you locally?
Yep, doing that now.
Great. So for Michael, I guess that you added the new line in that file. I guess the things that we might have done wrong include maybe I've given you the wrong key. It kind of looks right. What else might it have been?
Okay.
I'm looking for here for my Michael, do you just want to open that file, the authorized keys file, and share your screen and just I wonder if you copied and pasted it from the Slack, maybe it inserted an additional new line. No, that looks... Oh, shouldn't it be SH at the beginning? You've got SH-RSA.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Then I'll
need to do the reload again.
let me chain it to you, and then do the reload. There you go.
Yeah, I'm in. I think that was it.
So where are you at with? But you can't run sudo yet, right?
Well, I think in principle I can. Let me just see where I am. So I've ls minus LA. So I could do like sudo nano.
I don't know if you. I don't think we added you to the sudoers, but maybe that's not necessary.
Yeah, it does say that I'm not in the sudoers file. So
yeah, we need to add you to the sudoers.
Okay, cool. How are you doing there, Brent?
I'm getting an error I've never seen before. So when I try and run npm install, I'm sharing my screen. It's invalid metadata for. Then it's got
life, Jim, but not as we know it. Sorry, go on.
The name is recommended to be lowercase, cannot contain digits, dots, dashes.
Okay, so I guess your question of which version of Node and npm are you running on there?
Version 4 of npm.
So I think that we definitely have like our npm install thing is kind of locked to some older versions, or it should be locked. I mean, it relies on those. I'm just going to put my versions that I have. We do have a ticket in there somewhere about trying to get this sorted out, upgraded, locked down. But yeah,
right.
I think this might be it. Go on, Michael.
I think I might have added you. Can you try? I tried to use your mod command. I'm not sure if it worked. I added you to the sudo group.
It has not worked at this time. I don't know if I need to like.
You'll need to log in and out and in again, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just create a new bash shell.
Yeah. Yeah, it works now. It works.
Can sudo now?
I can sudo now, yes. And presumably, now the thing to check here is that you can sudo. So you probably want to log out and log back in again. And because this was the thing that happened.
I just see this other terminal.
Other terminal. Yes.
Here I'm in my local computer, and then I can log in.
Okay.
You
shouldn't need to add the Michael at automated premium there.
No, I don't, but I just do.
Okay. Force of habit. I mean, because you've got Michael in your config file, right? So it's going to log in as Michael anyway. when you do SSH just to that thing.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, so you're able to, you've been able to, yeah. So we both have sudo access to it, and
Potentially.
yeah. So
I guess we should actually document that.
yeah, that would be great. You could even write a blog on it, which we could put on one of our many blogging platforms, or you could just put it in the README, whatever you fancy. Yeah. So glad to have been able to got that done with you, Michael. That's excellent, and also extremely well done finding the cheaper options from Microsoft. Haha, well done. But so Brent, yeah, what are your Node and NPM versions looking like? I think they're different from the ones that I just pasted into local support Slack.
Yeah, so I'll do that offline and try and see if that fixes it. But it looks like it didn't make sense why it was failing. So
I think that's when it's those crazy things, it's often time to step up a level. The other thing that we could do very briefly is just like deploy the help version of the async voter onto staging so that it can be experimented with. I mean, what we could also be doing is making sure that you're able to deploy to staging, which is a great way to test it. Or actually, you set up with your own test instance of Slack, didn't you? For
the async voter, yes.
Yeah, okay, so you can sort of do that. But if you give me your public, I mean, I guess that's something else we'll take offline. If you want to have the ability to deploy to staging, just send me your public key, and I can make that happen. I'm just interested myself to.
So I think I created a pull request. Let me just double check.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure you did. I think I saw it. Here we go. Yep. So that's okay. And you've got that in there. So here. Now, what you could also be doing as well is you don't necessarily have to be forking and then sending pull requests from the fork. You could just be, we can give you access to the main repo. That's what Michael and I tend to do these days, is rather than having forks, we do it and then just make a branch and then everybody has access to it. Go on.
Yeah, I think you might have already given me that access, but I just didn't know if that was the protocol, because in the contributing document, it said do it on your own.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think that's for somebody who's not talked to us, then that's the default. But for somebody who has talked to us like yourself, we can easily set you up with that, and then feel free to do it from there. Because in this situation, what I end up having to do in order to pull this stuff onto my local machine, I have to, not that it's a terrible hardship particularly, but I have to then do git remote add Brent like this, and then I fetch your stuff, and then I can check out that thing there, and I guess I can do npm test there, and just check that I've got something that works locally. Of course, staging instance we can press to, and so that looks all fine. And then I can do, see if I do git, sorry, this is a little bit small. We can do remote -v here, and then I can do git push Azure staging, and I can take 30 add help and master. And so, are you familiar with Doku?
No, only what I've read on their GitHub page when you mentioned it a few weeks back.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I think they are using Docker, D-O-C-K-E-R, under the hood. But so we've got Doku installed on this Azure instance, and it gives us a Heroku-like interface, but just the command line, not the Heroku, bells and whistles UI. And then, so you can see here, I'm pushing to Azure staging, and we can set you up to be able to do that. And that just means that's handy for testing, because obviously it's great that you can test with your own Slack instance, but then for other, if you want to I was trying this thing and you want to share it with people, then like being able to get the thing onto staging is clearly more less overhead in terms of being able to sort of collaborate on changes. But so that's deployed there, and so then we could go into bot test, and we could do voter staging.
Dash space and then dash help.
So if I do this,
in theory, you should get a message back.
We do. with help text goes here. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I guess the interesting, like, I would stamp out, if it's help, like here, it's how to use /voter. Is, I guess we have, I would think like the /voter can take any text argument. We recommend that you describe the title of the issue you are planning to vote on, and then a URL to a permanent linked ticket where the results of the vote can be stored. And I guess it would be something along the line of here, if we would do something like async voter allows you and your Slack team to run planning poker style votes on stories or issues relating to your project. The idea is that everyone can vote in secret, and then all votes are revealed at once to expose differences in assumptions and facilitate discussion. Stored. You know, things like any number of votes can be started in a channel and run independently. Anyone in the channel can register their vote through the interface that will pop up when a vote is started. Voting, we've got simple, medium, or hard, based on how difficult they think it will be to complete work on the issue. Got undecided can vote no opinion, and when everyone is ready, anyone can press reveal to reveal who voted what. Voting is no substitute for discussion. Really, it's all about communicating with your team and agreeing to compromise when it's time to move on. So that's, you know, could be edited in so many ways, but
yep, I will have a play with that then, either later today or tomorrow, and we can, because I want to make it so you can just put help as well as -- help.
Yes,
so,
sure.
Yeah,
sure, indeed, good show. I guess what I will do actually with that is I will take that and I will pop it into the pull request rather than just there. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hello, Michael.
Oh, I just wrote up a quick text file of like what I think the steps are.
Mm-hmm. Great. And is that gone into the repo?
Well, I've just put it in the data mining channel for right now.
Okay.
We can.
Yeah, I'd slap it in a oh gosh, what's the word?
Snippet.
Okay. Yeah. Do slap that in. I guess the wiki for the where should it go? I mean I'd be tempted to put it in the README for the automated premium as part of our setup process. And then, you know, we can do pull requests backwards and forwards on it to make changes as necessary. But yeah, great. Wonderful. All right, great to see you all. I guess I'll catch up with you a bit later today. Bye for now.
Bye. Cheers.